Hi and welcome, my name is Peter and this is Scotty Wandering, where I wander Wisconsin and beyond sometimes and show you campgrounds from the state forests, state parks, and national forest. Right now I am in the Northern Highlands American Legion State Forest and Upper Gresham Lake Campground. I missed this in my last round of campground tours of this because I ran out of time, but it just happened to be on the way home from a whole different set of campground tours. So let's get this done while I can. And yes, there's a boat ramp right off the entrance. Now we are very close to 51, so this is easy to get to off of a major highway heading north and south in Wisconsin. Now there are only 25 sites, so I'm going to be able to walk this without any problem, but there's a lot of sites I'm not going to be able to show you well because they are occupied right now. So all of these sites can be reserved up to 11 months in advance or day of, all the way up to day of, through wisconsin.goingtocamp.com or by calling the number to reserve it if you need to. I think I can actually have self-service here, so you can reserve that here without a problem. If you show up and you see a site you want, see if it's available. Sites are non-electric, and there are a lot of generators running. There are generator hours, and I'll let you know what those are. Alright, here's the whole campground. I entered here, boat ramp down there, come down, you basically have your loop comes down, around and back up. There's 25 sites. Now I've done all the campgrounds in here. There's a lot of campsites I have not covered because they're like individual little waterfront paddle-in only places, but this is where we are now, right off of 51 coming through, also right next to the Lac de Flambeau Indian Reservation. It's just across the highway here. 1501. Now it's 1501 because it's part of the whole American Legion National State Forest campgrounds, and this is just happens to be the 1500 loop amongst all of those. Not a bad site. It's not huge, but it'd be a great tent site. It's flatter over on the left. 1502. Now these are both not on the water side. Is a little longer. You end at the rocks back there. It's actually a very nice flat site once you get in. 1503 over here is packed in, so I really can't show you much what's going on there, but it is on the water side, but not really water access. 1504 is the campground host where you can get firewood. 1505 here, very short, wide site. That's probably the best use is with tents. These are not really big sites here. Okay, 1506 is on the right, then 1507. So look at 1507 as we go by here. You could get an RV in there where the tents are. 1506 on the water side over here has a nice view of the lake from here. And that's a nice long, wide site. Slopes down a little going in. Now just after that, we have access to the beach. 1508 and 1509 across the way look like a pair site, so you reserve those with somebody else. And this must be 1510 right next to me here as we go down to the beach. Now even though it's mid-August, it's a Thursday morning, so it's already kind of filled up in here. It's been rainy and very chilly. I don't know if I can see my breath now. I could a few minutes ago. All right, here's our beach. So typical DNR, Wisconsin DNR state type beach, little grassy area, barrier down to the sand, and a nice clear sandy beach. This is, and a nice quiet lake, except for the generators running in the background. And fees for camping here are $16 a night for residents, $21 a night for non-residents. which is pretty good overall. And here's that shared site of 1508 and 1509. You got to reserve both sites at the same time. And 1510 over here, which is surrounded by access to the water. So there's a path on that side of it and a path on this side of it heading down to the beach. 1511, kind of a weird spot. Oh, I guess this would be considered the accessible spot. There's a paved path going off the back to the pit toilet, and it's pretty darn flat. 1512, over here you can see what's fitting in there nicely. Plenty of room off to the side, and this is on the water side. 1513, you can see how wide this site is, and that trailer is about all the depth you have. 1514, at the start of the loop on the wooded side. It's a nice little flat site. None of these are big sites. You can still get a trailer in here and have to park a vehicle next to it if you need to, but no big fifth wheels. 1515, probably potentially one of the longest sites. If you went straight back, past the truck, past the tent, and beyond, you could probably get something long in there. On the Wisconsin DNR website, like I said, Wisconsin Going to Camp, when you are reserving these sites, each site will tell you the maximum length of equipment that will fit into a site. So pay attention to that if that's really important to you. All right, 1516, the first waterside site that is open for us to really check out here. This one's got some good length to it, but not the best entrance path for something big. Come in, lots of room for lots of tents if you want to go that way. And let's see what it's like walking down from here. Not a clear path. Kind of ends, there is the little trail running down to the beach, and this looks more like it's cleared by the water, and it turns into a mucky muck. So not a beach access. Follow the trail for that. 1517, nice long site. Like I said, none of these are designed with that easy back in. It's a 90-degree angle from the road coming in here, but it's a fairly long space here. It's one of the longer ones, and then it hooks off to the left. 1518, it's a nice long one, and probably the easiest one because you'd be pulling up over here and then backing in there. Probably the easiest access of all of them. Now 1519 is a walk-in. Someone's up there, and you can see you park down here and you hike up to the site up top. 1520 is also a walk-in, as well as 1521. I think I can go up to 1520 and show you what these are like. I don't know if that's the site or the neighboring site. I think that's the neighboring site. So they're kind of connected together. So I don't really feel like going up any further. So you'd think getting a walk-in site, you'd be at the nice isolated or remote, but apparently 1520 and 1521, you probably want to reserve together with a friend so you don't have some randos next to you. 1522 sneaks back there quite a ways. You can see I got a nice trailer tucked back there, then a tent, then the truck, and still enough room up front. I have no idea what else is going back on back there, but it's a pretty big site. 1523, that's a big one. It's a bit of a downward slope coming all the way in, but it is a very big site in the woods, away from the water. Now, there seems to be a trail off the back. We're nowhere near the water, so I don't know where it would go. Not super wide, but this section over here is still pretty large. I guess that will take you down to the water. I'll let you explore that. I'm not going to tell you. Gotta leave some mystery in these videos. or for you to share. Comment down below if you stayed here and what that site is like and what's down that trail. Let others know. All right, 2 sites left. 1524 out on the outside of the loop on the wooded side here. Nice site. That's nice. Wide, easy access, easy back in to this site. This is a very nice site and very flat. Across the way where I'm parked, 1525, next to the Baker water pump. Let's see what it's like behind my van. Quite a bit of room back here. Easily put trailer back in here. Now someone must have just left and they did not follow the rules of make sure it is dead out, folks. Could this be any more convenient? I mean, the pump is right there, folks. Use it. Anyway, lecture over. That's Upper Gresham Lake Campground in the Northern Highlands, American Legion State Forest in upper eastern Wisconsin, not far from Highway 51. I got an entire playlist of all the state forests and state park campgrounds over here. I've also got one over here of all the national forests within the Chequamegon Nicolet National Forest in Wisconsin. So check those out too. They're all kind of mixed together. It's hard to tell when you're where. Thanks for coming along on the journey. Get on out there and watch out for deer. Put your fires out, for goodness sake.